I am spirit. You are spirit. What's good, fam? We made it to lesson 97 of A Course in Miracles today. And today we're going to rejoice in the remembrance of who we really are, which is love, light, happiness, outrageous joy. We are spirit. That is who me and you are. We are not this body. We are free. We are not limited in any way. We are only limited based off of the limitations that we impose on ourselves with this powerful tool of ours that we are beginning to learn how to use finally. Because for the majority of our lives, if you're anything like me, we have miscreated thinking that these fearful thoughts are real, and they are really not. Now, today we are going to understand who we really are, and we are going to hear it stated so perfectly that we cannot deny it. Now, let's go ahead and dive straight into the course, into the lesson, and see how it is going to present this idea of truth to us today. If you got the book, you already know where to go. If you don't got the book yet, the PDF is in the description. Let's go ahead and dive straight into lesson 97 of A Course in Miracles. I am spirit. Today's idea identifies you with your one self, i.e., who you really are. It accepts no split identity, nor tries to weave opposing factors into unity. It simply states the truth. Practice this truth today as often as you can, for it will bring your mind from conflict to the quiet fields of peace. No chill of fear can enter, for your mind has been absolved from madness, letting go illusions of a split identity. We state again the truth about yourself, who you really are, the Holy Son of God who rests in you, whose mind has been restored to sanity. You are the Spirit, lovingly endowed with all your Father's love and peace and joy. You are the Spirit which completes himself and shares his function as Creator. He is with you always, as you are with him. Today, we will try to bring reality still closer to your mind. Each time you practice, awareness is brought a little nearer. At least sometimes 1,000 years or more are saved. Now, before we continue, that statement right there just gets me thinking. I wonder how many times I have been coming back here trying to remember who I really am. It makes you think if it states right here 1,000 years or more are saved from us having to continue this meaningless journey that we embarked on. We finally, me and you today, have remembered who we really are, which is very powerful. And this is something that we should be very happy for, because now we can operate from who we really are, which is spirit. We can operate from peace, from love, from light, and experience all aspects of creation with that love. Remember, me and you are one with all aspects of creation. And whenever we see anything out there, which is an aspect of creation, that pushes our buttons and causes us to get worried or doubt or fear, angry, irritated, etc., that is letting us know more about ourselves than it is about what just triggered us. We think that the problem is out there, when really that person who just got us triggered is someone we should be thanking for showing me and you what we still need to remove from our consciousness in order to not let that happen again. The point me and you are getting to is enlightenment. The point me and you are getting to is where no thing outside of us can trigger us, because we are free. Me and you are absolved of all the limitations that we've imposed on ourselves. We are free. We are free. We are not this body. We are free from all the limitations that we think exist. And out there is just showing us what we still need to forgive, because forgiveness is our function as the light of the world. And whenever there's something that could trigger you, that is a perfect time to use your power and your function of forgiveness. So just remember that we have saved thousands of years from us having to continue this cycle of remembering. We are here today in our remembrance, being who we really are. Now let's go ahead and continue. The minutes which you give are multiplied over and over, for the miracle makes use of time but is not ruled by it. Salvation is a miracle, the first and last, the first that is the last, for it is one. You are the spirit in whose mind abides the miracle in which all time stands still, the miracle in which a minute spent in using these ideas becomes a time that has no limit and that has no end. Remember, this instant is the only time that there is. What happened in the past is not there no more and never was. And what happened over there in the future is not. That the future is constantly being created now and now and now, but this now is the only time where you are capable of exerting any type of power. Remember, you may be thinking of the past right now, or you may be thinking of the future right now, but you're doing it now. You can't think from yesterday, you can't think from tomorrow, but you can think about them now. You can think from the past now. You can think from the future now. And because you are not this body, you are where your thoughts go. You are where your consciousness goes, meaning me and you have some pretty cool powers that we are not going to discuss right now. But whenever we finally unlearn all the junk that is causing us from seeing who we really are, then we will save that conversation for when that time comes. And trust me, it is very interesting and it is very enlightening, because we understand that now we can go back and forth anytime we want to. And this is not conceptual. This is really what me and you have not been able to see, because we think that we're the body who is unable to time travel, if you will, or who is unable to be in multiple places at once, or any limitations that we believe in are just not so. So discussing them right now while we think we are this body is not going to be a very beneficial conversation until we learn that we are free and there is no limits to the Son of God, which is who me and you are, always have been, and will forever be. So let's just remember that that conversation is going to be written down, and we are going to discuss that whenever the time does come. Give then these minutes willingly, and count on him who promised to lay timelessness beside them. He will offer his strength to every little effort that you make. Give him the minutes which he needs today to help you understand with him you are the spirit that abides in him and that calls through his voice to every living thing. Offer his sight to everyone who asks. Replaces error with the simple truth. The Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes of each hour from your hands and carry them around this aching world where pain and misery appear to rule. One more time. The Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes of each hour, me and you, every single hour at the beginning of each hour, etc. Example, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. At when the clock strikes 12, we are going to practice this statement, I am spirit. We are going to repeat that very frequently, and we are going to spend 5 minutes dwelling upon that idea and its certainty and its sureness and its truthfulness. And if you forget, don't worry, try again and do whatever it's going to take right now in order to remember, whether that be putting up sticky notes around your environment so that way you could see it through auto suggestion. You're being suggested automatically all around you is the statement, I am spirit. And remember, auto suggestion is powerful. We've talked about this a few days ago. But you are basically automatically suggesting to yourself by sticky notes that you put all around you, or a wallpaper that states this fact, or alarms set on your phone reminding you to do the daily lessons. That auto suggestion is making this statement more normalized to you, because I'm sure if you're anything like me, you have not heard this statement for at all up until this point. Me and you have been practicing these lessons together. So the statement, I am spirit, is still very new to us and is going to need a lot of suggesting in order to make it normal. Just like how me and you think that we're a body, that is not normal. That is just something that has been auto-suggested because we take this thing every single place we go. So we think that it is who we are. So through auto-suggestion, we have made ourselves believe that we are something that we are not. And today we are just suggesting that by putting up reminders that are going to normalize the fact that you are spirit, it is going to normalize the fact that you are spirit, and soon you will undo your belief that you are this body, that you have limitations, and you will finally begin to act from the state of mind of who you really are. And from there, that is where all the fun happens. That's where the clarity is, where the reception to God's guidance comes from, where the fun is, where enjoying the experiences are, where the deep conversations are, where the smiles and laughter are, where the love is. This instant is where all of that is being held for you. And always, it's always here. Now, whenever we are not here, we are somewhere else. We are nowhere else. We are in the past or the future, mindlessly wandering because we are unable to deliberately decide where our thoughts go, because we don't know that we're even a mind that is thinking. We think we're the body, and our attention is just being pulled from every direction possible. And me and you are learning how to deliberately direct where our attention goes, because where our attention goes, me and you go. Where our attention goes, we are flowing energy. So let's just say you want something in this world. If you are focusing on the lack of that thing that you want, your attention is flowing towards the lack of it, therefore getting more lack. And if your attention is flowing towards it already being present, then that will begin to form around your experience in this world as well. Because remember, me and you, who are spirit, who are thought, who are as God created, are cause, meaning form and matter in this world form around where our attention is going. So if we believe the lack of something is there, then the lack of something is going to be present in our reality, because we are creating it. We are the cause, and out there is not the cause. That is the effect. If something out there could push your buttons, you have given all your power to that thing, because now that's causing, quote, quote, it's causing you to be upset, when really it's the other way around and you're unaware of it. That your upset is what is causing that situation to be taking place right now. And because you're giving all your power to that thing outside of you, then you are basically stating that you have no power over it, therefore you are powerless and you can do nothing to change that situation, which you really can. You have the power to change any situation you desire in your life that is not going in the way that you would prefer it to go. And so do I. And from time to time, me and you think we're the body. We fall asleep to the fact that we are spirit, and we are giving all our power to outside conditions and beliefs that are hindering us, that we are not even aware exist. And we are going throughout this world asleep, and unnecessarily asleep. So let's go ahead and continue, but just keep everything that we're discussing today on your mind. It is important to make sure that you put this information in front of you, so that way you normalize it and it doesn't seem so foreign as it may seem right now. Give him the minutes which he needs today to help you understand. With him, you are the spirit that abides in him, and that calls through his voice to every living thing, offers his sight to everyone who asks, replaces error with the simple truth. The Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes of each hour from your hands and carry them around this aching world where pain and misery appear to rule. He will not overlook one open mind that will accept the healing gifts they bring, and he will lay the mind that will accept the healing gifts they bring. He will lay them everywhere he knows they will be welcome. That's beautiful. The Holy Spirit will lay our healing thoughts everywhere he knows they will be welcome. Meaning, remember, all minds are one. We are all one here. Meaning, if you have the remembrance of who you really are on your awareness in this moment, me and you are powerfully emitting that signal to all that is. And think of whenever you throw a rock in the water and it appears that it takes time for this ripple where the rock began to get over there at the edge of the pond, it may take about 5 seconds or 10 seconds for this ripple to get from here to there in time in this world. But in the world that me and you come from, where there is no time or space, this intention that me and you are aware of right now, being on our mind, is emitting everywhere right now simultaneously, meaning the fact that I am right here in this space and you are wherever you're at in this world. The fact that I'm speaking these words right now is emitting that signal, and you simultaneously picked it up. No time is necessary in order for this information to be shared, because we are all one mind. The fact that I'm over here and you appear to be over there and we appear to be separate, and I just dropped the rock in the pond, it doesn't take no time for the ripple to reach you. I just say, I am spirit, and instantaneously you received that transmission. So the fact that the Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes of each hour from our hands and carry those 5 minutes of me and you discussing this information, these 5 minutes of pure deliberate intention of repeating this statement today, the Holy Spirit gladly carries that intention around this aching world where he knows they will be welcome. So anybody who is in receptive mode to this type of knowledge and frequency, me and you are benefiting. Me and you are benefiting all that is through our awareness, because there is no time necessary in order for this mind to reach that mind. Everything is happening at once right now simultaneously, and that's important to keep in mind. Although it may sound conceptual to someone who is not used to hearing this type of information, the more you become familiarized with the fact that everything is one and everything is happening in this present moment now, then it will not be that hard to believe. And they will increase in healing power each time someone accepts them as his thoughts and uses them to heal. Thus will each gift to him be multiplied 1,000-fold and tens of thousands more. And when it is returned to you, it will surpass in might of the little gift you gave, as much as does the radiance of the sun outshine the tiny gleam of firefly makes an uncertain moment and goes out. The steady brilliance of this light remains and leads you out of darkness, nor will you be able to forget the way again. The fact that me and you have been doing this for as many days as we have, and we have been as intentional as we have been about hearing this information being presented to us, we cannot forget. So if you were to no longer have these conversations with me no more from this point moving forward, and you were to throw your book away for whatever reason, or it got destroyed for whatever reason, and you are no longer in the place where you are aware of this information, you cannot forget what you know, because you have expanded so much that even if you wanted to forget that you are a spirit, you cannot forget. And now every single time you feel anything less than happiness and joy and love and peace, you can't forget that something's wrong. So be glad that you made it here, because most of the world forgot. So they're not feeling love and peace and joy, and they don't even understand why they're feeling the way they do. So they go talk to therapists, they go talk to other people about what they should do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that they're looking for guidance outside of themselves just shows that they don't know who they really are, and that is needless. The fact that me and you are here today in remembrance of who we really are, and know that we have internal guidance 24/7 that never ceases to be, is powerful, because now we don't need anything outside of ourselves. Me and you we are self-sufficient. Me and you are powerful individuals. We do not need anything. We are not needy. We are not in need of nothing, because we have everything, and we are aware that we have everything. And individuals looking for guidance outside of themselves have the same guidance we have, but are not receptive to it because of all the chaos that's going on their radio. They can't hear clearly the love that is being broadcasted to them for them to receive. They are tuned in to fear, and when you're tuned into fear, you can't hear love. So in order for us to hear love, we need to be aware of who we really are. And when we're aware of who we really are, which is spirit, which is free, then we can receive all the knowledge and information and guidance that abides on this station Me and you being on this station together right now, we can hear everything that is necessary for us to be made aware of at this moment in time. Now, whenever we are in fear and worry and doubt, we think we have many problems, and in that moment, we are unable to hear the answer. And remember, it's not hearing in the sense with these body's ears. You don't hear God's voice with the body's ears. You are aware of its presence, and you basically interpret and translate God's guidance and intention into physical words. Meaning, if you've ever heard of the word channeling before, you are not hearing someone whispering words in your ear and then translating and then just speaking back to the audience or whoever's listening to you channel. If you've ever heard that word before, no, God is not whispering in your ear and you hear it physically. It is more of an intention that is being transmitted towards you that you are receptive to, and you are then finding the physical word equivalents to relay that message to whoever you are relaying the message to. Now, that's kind of how being receptive to God's guidance works. You're not going to hear it with your physical ears, but you are going to receive intention, and you are going to then be able to kind of unlock that intention, not unlock, but you are going to be able to translate that intention in a way that you understand being here in this world where it is comprehensible. So just keep that in mind, that don't expect to hear anything with your physical ears. Don't expect a miracle to happen with your physical eyes. Whenever you have true vision, which is beyond the body senses, that is when you can be receptive to all it is that you need in order to be reminded of who you really are, which is always here. This is some powerful stuff we're talking about today. This is a powerful conversation. Thus will each gift to him be multiplied 1,000-fold and 10,000 times more. And when it is returned to you, it will surpass in might the little gift you gave. Okay, we already read that. Let's go ahead and continue. Begin these happy exercises with the words the Holy Spirit speaks to you, and let them echo round the world through him. Spirit am I, a holy Son of God, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole, free to forgive and free to save the world. One more time. Spirit are we, me and you. Spirit are we, a holy Son of God, holy children of God, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole, free to forgive and free to save the world. That is who me and you are. Expressed through you, the Holy Spirit will accept this gift that you received of him, increase its power, and give it back to you. Offer each practice period today gladly to him, and he will speak to you, reminding you that you are spirit, one with him and God, your brothers, and who you really are, yourself with a capital S. Listen for his assurance every time you speak the words he offers you today. And remember, listen for his assurance not with the physical ears, but with vision, with being aware of the communication that is being transmitted towards you every waking hour you are ready to receive it. Listen for his assurance every time you speak the words he offers you today, and let him tell your mind that they are true. Use them against temptation and escape its sorry consequences if you yield to the belief that you are something else. The Holy Spirit gives you peace today. Receive his words and offer them to him. Beautiful lesson. This concludes lesson 97 of A Course in Miracles. Nothing much more needs to be said other than me and you are spirit. Whatever it is going to take for this to be on your mind all day today, do it. Right now, make the decision that I am going to set this as my wallpaper, or I'm going to put up a few sticky notes around me to auto-suggest this information so it becomes more normalized to me. Just like how fear was auto-suggested to me and it feels normal now, I am undoing that by suggesting something else, something that is true. Now, I am here for you always, and I know that you are here for me always. We are going to meet here again together, and we are going to do that tomorrow. So for now, let's go our separate ways. Let's make sure that me and you stay aware of this information while we go our separate ways. And if any moment in time we need to be reminded of this information again, we could come back here and be in each other's presence again, so that way we wake up again and then go face the world, if you will, in the state of enlightenment. So till tomorrow, I will catch you there.